Section 1. The hunger that wears a crown of stone. Some places on this earth are not just land. They are not merely soil, rock, time. They are something else, something older. They are a presence, a consciousness, woven from geology, shadow. They possess an appetite that the modern world has forgotten how to fear. Kalkajaka, Black Mountain, is one such entity. It does not simply exist upon the landscape, it commands it. It broods under the Australian sun, a monument of malice draped in a thin veil of hardy, desperate green. From a distance, a geological marvel. Up close, a predator. The history of Kalkajaka is not written in books of academia. It is etched in the tear-stained pages of police reports and the fading ink of missing person posters. A traveler steps out for a moment, never seen again. A pilot calls disorientation. The wreck is found, without the soul who guided it. These are tales of erasure, as if an invisible hand plucks people from existence. The land conspires, a maze of identical stones, designed by a malevolent god. Compasses spin, signals dissolve, even the sun hangs where it shouldn't. Those who escape speak of being guided, away from safety. Navigation logic evaporates, left becomes right, north becomes meaningless. The trap is a cognitive prison. You don't get lost on Black Mountain. You are absorbed by it. The labyrinth doesn't just surround you, it enters you, rewriting your perception until the only way out is to go deeper in. There is a particular cruelty reserved for those who try to solve the mountain's riddles. The search parties, bright vests, crackling radios, hopeful resolve, brave souls walking into the darkness to bring others back into the light. In 1932, men who knew the bush went in and were swallowed by the rocks. The rescuer becomes a name, a grieving family, an open file gathering dust. Their tools become mocking artifacts, taunts left on a flat rock. Hours bleed into days, confidence frays. The sun beats with malevolence, shadows become waiting mouths, camaraderie splinters into islands of fear. Rescue becomes escape, and a silent prayer that the mountain is satisfied. Would you be the one to keep going? What do you do? Honor duty or bow to survival? It strips away uniform, training, and the nobility of the cause. Would you turn your back on a crying friend to save your own life from this labyrinth? The Oz factor, when the world holds its breath. A sudden, absolute cessation of all sound. The world is muted. Even your footsteps stop existing. The air turns heavy, like a vacuum-sealed tomb. Reality holds its breath, bracing to be violated. Now, I want you to experience it. That is the sound of the door closing behind you. In that void, that's when it happens. The world you know is exchanged for another, distorted. The wind carries a low, guttural drone, vibrating in your bones. The grinding of stone on stone begins, a slow, digestive process in the mountain's gut. A human scream, stretched, warped, part of its symphony. You are no longer in a national park. You are in its stomach. Let's step into the mind of one of the lost. Every direction looks the same, shifting. Is that a cave or just a shadow? The panic begins as a cold knot of confusion. The silence descends, the Oz factor. It's like the world just got turned off. My voice doesn't make a sound. It's gone, swallowed. The mountain speaks in shapes, horror in light and shadow. Something is in the rocks. I can feel it. Look into the black gaps between the rocks. Do you see a cave or a throat waiting to swallow you whole? It's not a cave. It's a mouth, and it's opening. The final thought is not of love or life unfinished. The final thought is of the stone. No path, no sky. Just the black, teeth grinding. It's not a sound. It's a feeling. It's hungry. The internal monologue ends mid-thought. The consciousness is extinguished. To truly understand Kalkajaka, see it in high contrast noir. Blacks absolute. Grays stripped of warmth. The color of old bone. The mountain's shimmering, feverish breath. living shadows stretching like spills of ink. The camera is a predator. Visual language. You are being hunted. The disappearances of people make the headlines. But consider the cattle. Generations have paid a silent tithe to black stones. 10 gone, 20 gone, sometimes 50, vanished into thin air. No broken fences, no struggle, no blood. A section lifted from the world. An invisible crane. Who would they call? The Department of Impossible Theft. A hunger not random, but selective. A predator culling the herd. An uneasy truce. Cattle for the safety of their families. How do you move 50,000 pounds of beef, leave no tracks, cut no wire? Our questions belong to our world. The answer belongs to the mountains. These vanishings are not accidents, but a recurring event, by a conscious, hungry entity. Are the cattle an appeasement or only an appetizer? The horror is not just seen, but heard and felt. It begins with silence, the Oz factor, erasing the known world. Then a symphony evokes an immense, ancient, malevolent presence. Instruments of stone, instruments of fear. The drone lives in your chest and gut more than your ears. A constant, vibrating hum, the mountain breathing. The idling engine of a geological predator, not the crack of a slide, but colossal teeth chewing, stomach contracting. They are not just gone. They have been eaten, digested by time and stone. The scream, always distant, always distorted, as if through miles of rock. A sonic ghost, trapped in a loop of final terror, or a lure to draw searchers in. This symphony of the unseen is the last thing you will ever hear. So the files remain open. Stacks of paper, timelines, statements, fruitless maps, testaments to our need for order, belief every lost soul can be accounted for. The record grows thicker, the sorrow heavier, then fades into folklore. But bureaucracy is fragile. The mountain is indifferent. It recognizes no jurisdiction. It responds to no inquiry. A sovereign entity, measuring its life in epochs. We are left with questions echoing a century. A magnetic vortex? A doorway to another dimension? Where you step out of our world? Or the simplest terror, a predator, a living mountain feeding in its grounds? We audit the shadows, but the shadows only grow deeper. The files of Kalkajaka remain open, but the mountain doesn't care about your records. It only cares about its next meal. This is TDF-TV. We audit the shadows. Join our search party. Subscribe. Stay safe. Stay found. And as you turn off your screen, as you check the locks on your doors,